Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just gonna chit chat, as you can see for the title of the video. If you guys are not aware, June it is considered Pride Month. So throughout the month of June I'm going to be doing like a little series called Pride Month, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys a little bit more about my sexuality, and I am planning on incorporating maybe a few makeup tutorials, kind of like for festivals, because during the month of June there are gonna be several parades and things like that. So yeah, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my coming out story. Let's just go ahead and get started. So I started, I guess, coming out when I was in high school. I think that's the phase where everyone starts to figure out, okay, something's going on, and I think, you start talking to people, and so you start coming out pretty much. So I moved to the US when I was 14. I actually moved here the day before my 14th birthday. So technically I moved here when I was 14. I always had like this little doubts that, well, I was, since before I came here, like I always had like this little thing inside me, like I was always attracted to men, but at the same time I was more attracted to women. And I always find that weird because of things that my mom used to say. I mean, I was born and raised in Colombia, so our parents are very, very old-fashioned, and especially my mom, she's very old-fashioned, but she has gotten better. I have to give her that. And she will always make comments like, oh, I don't know what I will do if one of my daughters comes out being gay, or my son, or whatever. So that was always hard on me. That always, I always had on the back of my mind, like, oh my god, I can't be gay. I don't want to give my mom a heart attack, pretty much. During my high school years, I didn't really tell anyone about me. People kind of figured out what was going on. During my freshman year, I kind of went out with this guy for like 2 weeks, maybe 2 days, I don't remember. I kind of dated like maybe 1 or 2 guys here and there, but it wasn't really serious. And I always have like this thing, yes, I feel attracted to men, but I don't really desire you like I desire a woman, and that was always on the back of my mind. I always saw this girl in high school. She was like, I will always see her during change of classes, because her locker was 2 lockers down from mine. I don't know her name. I don't know who she was. I think she was a year or 2 older than me, so obviously she graduated earlier. All I know from her that she was from Colombia, and she was a badass in my eyes. I mean, I'm sure she was going through hell in her own life, but she seemed like really cool because she was very open about her sexuality. And I always saw that like super, super cool, like, oh my gosh, maybe one day I can be like that. Maybe one day I can be open about my relationship and who I am with. So I always have her on the back of my mind, even though I don't know who she is really. So the way my friends found out about me was that I used to have this journal where I would write like every single day, like kind of like love letters, but secret love letters. And they were pretty much just talking about how, I wish our love for each other could be open, but we can't because of the circumstances and everything that was going on. So it was hard. It was really, really hard when I was going out with this person. My friends, well, actually one of my friends found out about me because she saw me writing in this notebook, and she kind of grabbed it and she read several things from there, and she kind of put 2 and 2 together, and she confronted me about it. I told her, I don't know what you're talking about, but at the same time I was telling her, yes, I'm seeing someone, but I can't tell you who it is. During that same week, I pretty much told her, yes, I am gay, and yes, I am going out with this person, but you cannot tell anyone. Nobody can know about this. It's very on the download, and for obvious reasons that she knew about. And she's like, yeah, I understand, but in my opinion, she didn't really agree with my relationship. And so, that made me sad, obviously. And then the rest of the friends that I had, they didn't really know about it either. And I'm sure they made assumptions because, like I said, I didn't really had a boyfriend during high school. I didn't talk about boyfriends or anything like that. And until later on, I think I want to say my sophomore, maybe my junior year, when I kind of distanced myself. Actually, it was middle of sophomore year until high school, until actually graduation, pretty much, that I distanced myself from everyone else. I didn't eat lunch with the people I used to. I will actually have lunch with a very, very good teacher from my high school. She will always stay in her classroom eating with several other students, either just hanging out, or we will help her like grade papers or whatever. And she was actually, I think she was actually the first adult that I came out to. I told her, I'm gay, I'm going out with such and such. And well, this person that I was going out with, she didn't go to my school, so that was good, I guess. So she helped me out a lot. And I can't believe I'm getting emotional, but she helped me out a lot to get through a lot of things that were going on with me. So I think it was mainly in junior year when I decided to go to my counselor, and I signed up to get an appointment with a social worker. And I got an appointment with my social worker, and I started seeing her on a regular basis. And she helped me out a lot as well. I still kept in touch with her until a few years ago, and she was really cool. She helped me out through getting through my high school years, and also getting like truly figuring out who I was and what I like. So we even got to the point that she was able to get some assistance for someone to come to my house and just have talks with my mom and myself about everything. I think it was junior year. It was spring, the spring break of junior year, when my mom found out about me. The way she found out about me was the person I was going out with, still the same person from the beginning. We used to write these little notes to each other, and when she would come over to my house, like, she will hide them from me, and I had to look for them, and the same, and vice versa. I had all these little notes saved in a little table next to my bed. And then it was one weekend that I went to sleep over at one of my friend's house, and my mom called me, and she's like, hey. I'm like, hi. She's like, you're coming home tomorrow, right? I'm like, yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. I had to go to school on Monday. I'm like, okay, why? She's like, well, when you get home, we need to talk. I was like, what the hell is going on? Everything inside of me died. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if there was something wrong. And then I started thinking, oh my god, my mom found those notes. What am I gonna tell her? What am I gonna do? Blah blah blah. So that Sunday I got home. My mom put the little notes in front of me, and she asked me, what are these notes? And I told her, oh, they're just from this boy that he leaves little notes in my locker, and he puts them on my locker. And she's like, just don't lie to me. I know they're not from a boy. Just don't lie to me. Just tell me. So I broke down crying, and so did my mom. And I pretty much just told her that I was bisexual. I told her that I was bi because I knew if I would tell her that I was a lesbian, it would hurt her a lot more. So I told her that I was that I was bisexual. Hurtful things were said at that moment, and I called the person I was going out with, and I don't really remember what happened or what she said or what happened, but she pretty much was just telling me like, no, you have to deny everything. Your mom cannot find out. You have to deny everything. So that day, after I spoke to her and she said you have to deny everything, I called my social worker and told her, hey, so my mom just confronted me about this, and I told her that I was bisexual. She told me hurtful things, and so did I. And she was like, don't worry, do you want me to go get you? And I told her, no, that will make things worse. And then we just left it like that. She told me, calm down, everything's gonna be okay. And then that night, because I felt like I betrayed my mom, I did try to commit suicide. I'm not proud of it. The thought, they really crossed my mind to fully go through it, but at the same time I know I couldn't. I knew like I can't just go like this. I have a better purpose in my life for this. So, and obviously I didn't succeed, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So the next day, the social worker comes in. She calls me out of my class. We talked about it. She asked me if I tried to harm myself, and I told her yes. She asked me to show her, and I showed her. And after that, it kind of went like from bad to even worse. Obviously, if you're in school and a professor or anyone knows that you tried to harm yourself, they can't let you go just like that. So they have to take me to the principal's office, to my counselor. And then I was talking to the counselor. She was saying, trying, the pet talk of always, your life is worth it. You just imagine what your mom the pain she will go through. And it's, all I would tell her was just, I know, and I'm never gonna do that again. It was just kind of like a one-time thing, and I was desperate. I didn't know what to do, and I thought that was a better route. Obviously, I know it's not. So they called my mom for her to get me. So my mom came to the principal's office. She was really bad. She apologized to me for the things she said, and she was just telling me, I love you. You don't have to do this. We can get through this together and everything. So we went home. Everything was fine. I was perfectly fine, but the question, I will get every single day the question of like, are you okay? Are you having negative thoughts? That same day, I called my friends and I told them, look, this and this happened, and I tried to do this and this. They, they were there for me too, and they were really in shock and nervous because they didn't know what was going on with me, since I had distanced myself so much. For a while I went back, having lunch with them and hanging out with them more, but things just didn't seem okay with me, and I felt out of place. Like, I don't really want to hang out with all of these people, so I went back again to hanging out with my teacher. Yes, I know that's lame, but she helped me out so much, so much. That was kind of like my coming out to my mom story and to my friends. After high school, I was very kept to myself. I didn't really tell anyone still, other than my mom and the people that were closer to me. The funny thing is that when I told my sister and my brother, I called them up and I told them, hey, like, I have to tell you something. And they were like, what? I'm like, well, I have to tell you that, this and this is happening, and you know, I'm sure my mom has told you, and I'm actually gay. She's like, oh yeah, we already knew about it. I'm like, how did you knew? And my sister was like, yeah, I asked my brother, you know, that she's like, we had this conversation between me and him before, you know, we asked each other like, I wonder if she's gay, you know, she wears skirts and like do girly things, but at the same time she's very tomboyish, but whenever seeing him with a boy. So I guess that's how they came about. So they kind of knew, and my sister and my brother have been very helpful with me as well, and supportive. And then later on, it wasn't just until like, I want to say 2 to 3 years ago, that I came out to my entire family. Not verbally that I told them, hey, I'm gay, but they found out of the person that I was going out with and everything that was going on. And that was also a very, very, very hard time for me and my wife. You know, we went through so many things together and so many ups and downs, and especially when you know, family finding out, hey, we're gay, you know. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, so it's pouring over here. I don't, you know, it's been hard, and it's not easy to be gay and, you know, deal with everything that we had to deal with. So yeah, anyways, this video is really, really long, and I'm tired of crying. I'm done crying. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you guys want me to answer, I will be more than happy to. If you are gay and you're still in the closet and you're very, very scared to come out, just take your time. That's all I can say, you know. Take your time. Surround yourself with a very, very strong group of people that will support you no matter what. And you will get through this. You will definitely get through this. And I'm here for you. Don't think that you're alone. Just keep going and don't give up. Life is beautiful. Life is awesome. And you are awesome as well. You're not different from anybody else. You just like different things, which is fine. You know, we're all humans. We all like different things. We can not all like the same things. Just keep on going. If you want to talk or if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. I will leave all my social media down here. You can DM me, whatever you want. Just don't do anything that you will regret later on. That's all I can say. This is my coming out story. It was mainly, you know, the hardest part was when I first came out with my mom and certain people in my family. But now we're cool. My mom loves me. She loves my wife and she supports us 100%. So yeah, we're very, very happy, and just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.